hand than Amazon and Twitch is. It feels like Amazon just owns Twitch, and that's about it. This million content creator on YouTube, why would Google show out the thousands of mediocre people best? Because it's about buying a community. It's like buying a huge group of people. So I think that's why it happens. But yeah, a lot of people, like Twitch will actually start dying, and they will start losing this whenever people move without getting paid. Whenever you see people moving over and streaming more on YouTube than Twitch, on their own, without a sponsor, that is whenever YouTube is going to win. That's what I think. Let me turn off my cam. I'm going to do some leveling. I can't be in the light this long. I'm going to melt. Bezos hardly knows Twitch exists. No. He knows what Twitch is. He knows everything about it, probably to an extent. He knows probably some stuff about it. Let's see here. YouTube's paying people, probably just making Twitch streamers not move and wait for YouTube to pay them more instead. I think that these types of sponsorships are they're less common now than they were. I need people to do set the calls. Let's go, guys. We need people for set the calls. Present. All right, we'll get hubris. Who else do we have? We need a healer and 2 more DPS. I'd really like to get a DK. All right. Invite Vieira again. Invite Loy again. Do we have a DK or something? Yeah, we'll invite this guy. I don't know if he's going to be able to be good or not. All right, let's go. We'll start summons. Thanks for messaging me. Let's go. He'll hit 70 fast. Yeah, I know. They buff Frigg on the 15th. 5.1 released new Simulacrum. Yeah, I was gonna play some Tower of Fantasy later on, but I don't know really if that's gonna happen. Depends on how fast I hit 70. Why do you always go black when you play WoW? Because I just want to sit back and enjoy and relax the game. Relax and just play the game. That's why. I usually don't like having face cam on unless I'm actually really putting on some form of like a, you know, a show, or I'm trying to like entertain people or talk about something. Like usually I like just having my face cam off and I can just relax and just be me. You know, like that's kind of what I like to do, and I can focus more on just enjoying myself. I like doing both things. It's not like I don't like doing the other thing. I like being able to do what I do with the videos, and at the beginning of the stream sometimes I have it on and talk to people, but then after I kind of do it for a while, I just want to turn off the cam and lean back in my chair and just try to relax. No, I do not remove the black square. I have it to block chat so people don't send me messages and be annoying. So the box will not be removed. Yeah, that's about it. Can't you turn the messages off? Why would I want to turn all messages off? Why would I want to turn all messages off? What the fuck? Why would I do that? Just block the chat. Blur the chat? Why? Why? I just put a block over it. Like what? You just, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm not going to change anything. This is exactly how it's going to be. Black box, not visually appealing. Neither are these fucking trees, but here you are watching the fucking stream. Nothing's being changed. If people want, they can give me a picture and I can put it on in front of it for me, of me, that they think is good. I'm willing to do that. Can we donate? No, you can't fucking donate. I own 2 companies. Was number 14 on Twitch fucking revenue. Keep your fucking money, idiot. Can't fucking donate. Give it to McConnell. I have no problem taking donations. I just don't want to deal with them right now. It's not like I feel like I make so much money that I shouldn't ask for donations. I think there's no problem asking for donations. I feel like if people give me money, I'd want to acknowledge them. And I feel bad whenever I don't get the opportunity to do that. So instead of creating that, in my opinion, disappointing outcome, I just don't take them right now. Yeah, give me gold. Yeah, donate gold to me. Thank you, Hubris, for the donation. We all here? Where's Lily? Where the fuck is Loy? I don't even see Loy. Oh, he's right on top of him. Holy shit. Oh my god. Loy has 800 gold. That's people sending him gold for promotions. Alright, guys. Fast clears, big dick. You know how it is. Always big dick. Let me make sure I turn everything up too. But yeah, anyway, what was I saying before? Oh yeah, I think that's whenever Twitch is really gonna start. Twitch is really gonna start like losing people. Is whenever they leave, whenever they're not getting paid. I don't really put a lot of stock into people leaving, but I think also like every single time that somebody like Ludwig moves over to YouTube, because like let's be honest, it's like not a very good. It's not a very good advertisement for YouTube live streaming whenever, for Mixer, right? Whenever, you know, Ninja switches over and he just becomes completely fucking irrelevant. The reality though is like Ninja was losing popularity at that time anyway. So it's like the Mixer thing probably, you know, accelerated that, but it was happening regardless. It's just basically, you know, Mixer bought a sinking ship and, you know, they kind of got fucked over in the deal, to be honest with you. I personally don't really see myself moving over to YouTube right now. I like being able to be on Twitch and then have YouTube as well. And that way, if something bad happens to one of the platforms, I'll have both of them. That's honestly the main reason. It's just like, I think that growing two platforms is better than growing one platform because you're able to build audiences in two different places. I think it's just common sense, right? And those are some of the main reasons why. However, I'm not saying I would never move to YouTube. I mean, if YouTube offered me, I don't know, $20 million, I'd be on YouTube tomorrow, like absolutely. But other than that, it's probably not going to happen. I'm coming. I mean, Facebook gaming. I don't really want to go to Facebook gaming. I don't want to do that. I don't feel like the resource. I feel like they have some really great resources, like DMCA resources, and so it's not like Facebook gaming is just like some bad meme. Like they have actually good things, but I don't think that it's enough for me to think that, you know, I should move over there. I think that's generally how I feel. You mean Boomer Town? No, actually Facebook is tremendously more popular in Europe. I didn't even know this. I looked at some data about it, and Facebook is way more popular over there. So the odds are actually, because like a lot of my viewers are older and also from, that's my fault, I should have shield walled, sorry. They're also from Europe. It would help out a lot. It's really big in Latin America too, yeah. Facebook is dead in Germany, only older people use it. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't use Facebook here either. Do you think there's a need for another platform to compete with YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook? I do think that like the platforms that we have now are very much like they have like a hegemony, right? Where there's only a small group of them and they are extremely powerful and they also act as a monopoly. I think that's also what the problem is that there's not really competition with these different groups or these different platforms, because, like, you know, for example, whenever somebody like Andrew Tate gets banned, all of these platforms act unilaterally and together. I find that to be very problematic, and I think that if you, like, I view internet, and this is like you know, this is an opinion I think a lot of people might disagree with, but I'm completely, like, resolute in this. I view the internet as a utility, and I don't think that people should just be removed from different platforms on the internet without some degree of justifiable cause. I think that people, you know, like Facebook and Twitter and these things are so important, and people use them so much. I think that they are too powerful and too influential to not have government oversight. I know a lot of people disagree with that, and they think that it's good that they don't have governmental oversight, but it very much worries me. Power without accountability is never a recipe for anything good, and that's kind of what I think. That's what I think will happen. A lot of times people getting deplatformed is, like, not always a bad thing, but it's also not something that should be happening based off of, like, the court of public opinion. I have that. Can't use it, right? Yeah. Damn, this guy's pulling for me. I like him. Damn, what are these parries? Government also have power without accountability. Well, they don't. They do have accountability. Like, you can vote them out. Like, you can directly vote them out. I don't know why people think the government doesn't have accountability. Government legitimately has accountability. Does this guy have a controller in it? Yeah, it does. Let me kill him. Oops. Diagram? Yeah, we did. Okay, let's see if I can do it right this time. I'll pop shield wall now. And we should be fine. No, you can't. Why is Mitch McConnell in there then? Is the state votes for him? Yeah. People vote for Mitch McConnell. Like, just because people that you know don't vote for him doesn't mean that people don't vote for him. That's just what happens. I mean, you know, you not agreeing with democracy doesn't mean that there's no democracy. No question. Who voted for Biden? I think a lot of people voted for Biden because they just they were unhappy with COVID. I think that the media, whether you agree with this or not, successfully blamed COVID on Trump, and so people view Trump as being responsible for COVID, and that caused him to lose. Because, you know, people's life situation at the time was bad, and so they were like, well, we want to get rid of, you know, this person who made my life situation bad. I think it just makes sense. Now, like, I'm not saying it was his fault, or I'm not saying it also wasn't his fault. I'm just saying this is what happened, and I think that's where the messaging came from. Good pull, man. Good pull. Vieira, you're getting hit by him again. What's this? Grats? Oh fuck, Vieira just leveled. That's convenient. So yeah, Trump never be president again. Probably doesn't even want to run again. I don't really care. I mean, Politics are a lot bigger than Trump. I don't... I don't know. I find it, like, Trump is a very interesting person to talk about, but I think people talk about him too much. But yeah, anyway, so like that's why it happens. It's like a lot of people just get mad. I mean, they're like, where's the democracy? This is, I thought this was I thought this was fair. And then whenever they lose, it's like, it's only fair if I'm winning. Yeah, sure. Sure, buddy. Like, yeah, I've been there before. It's like they took lessons from like, you know, fucking like Modern Warfare, like Halo 2, like lobbies. Like, if I win, it's because you suck, and if I lose, it's because I'm lagging or you're cheating. Oh my god, these fucking things. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, I don't really care a lot about that kind of stuff because, like, most politics, and like, this isn't really true for everybody, but a lot of times whenever somebody gets elected, they don't really do what they say they were gonna. Oh, you want to go? Okay, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, try to be careful with these pulls though. That is a danger noodle, man. Like, that thing goes wild. Oh, we got those guys too. It's fine. I feel like we might be pulling too fast because Viera doesn't have time to get mana. Yeah, I don't know about this. I feel like, obviously, like, I always like pulling fast, but it's like this is, it might be a bit much. We're all very, very low. We can't pull this boss either, because he does like that AoE, like arcane thing. Newfair hasn't been a president that's done shit since like Roosevelt. I mean, I think a lot of people don't really... I mean, like, let's be honest, the government is engineered in a way. The government system is engineered in a way that it is intentionally...
Trinkets, yes. Pretty trinkets.
It's intentionally hard to get things done, and that's by design.
Power in trinkets.
Find shelter. Find shelter.
You're saying it's a republic? Well, yeah, and I mean, like, I'm saying, like, a lot of times, like, you know, politicians aren't able to do what they want whenever they get into office, and like, you know, sometimes it's their fault, sometimes it's...
Find shelter.
You know, sometimes it's just the way that things go. It depends.
I guess we'll not.
I already have that, and I don't need that. Good job. Let's do it again. Special interests are more in charge of your life than politicians. Yeah, I think so. What's your opinion of the Forward Party? I think that so many people that are Democrats are, and I think this is also like true with Republicans, but I think it's especially true with Democrats because of how much emotional messaging that they have. They view any sort of concession or cooperation with the other party as like basically ceding power to effectively Nazis. You see kind of what I'm saying? I find this to also be very dumb. Like, I think this is extremely bad and counterproductive. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying, like, I think that's kind of, that's why it happens. But yeah, I mean, so I think that a lot of, like, I mean, Andrew Yang ran as a Democrat, right? So, you know, a lot of his, like, base of people, they're not happy that he's been saying that kind of stuff. I think that some of his tweets have been good, and I think he's, like, unfairly criticized in some regards. But I do think that it's true that, like, I watched him talk about, like, the platforms of the party, and a lot of times all he said is, like, we're just going to do what's common sense, and he never really defines what that is or what makes sense to people or anything. So it seems like it's like an example of, like, something where somebody is, like, it's like they have a good idea, but they don't really know how to execute on that idea. Because I think that most people, like, it's basically like he's right with, like, what the problem is, but it seems like he's not providing a good solution. I think most people are not satisfied with political parties. Please take the pet off of aggressive. Just take it off of aggressive. It's annoying. Let me pull. It's like I don't want to die. That's the thing. And, like, we also now we have this totem, and, like, we have to think about this totem now. Was not aggressiveness mistab? I mean, like, mistab 5 times. It's whatever. It doesn't matter. He's right about the oncoming onslaught of automation. Other than that, it doesn't do it for me. Yeah, I think so. It's like an example of somebody who, that's kind of like what I was saying, is like he has, like, I think that, like, his solutions are, it seems like he's almost like a single issue candidate, right? Where it's like people that support, like, universal basic income are like, yeah, Andrew Yang's great, but it's like, what are his positions on a number of other things? It's very hard to really know. And I think that he probably has positions on them, but he doesn't really do a very good job communicating that. Most political parties in the world, way too polarized and don't offer any solutions. I think that's probably in general true. And I think also it's because, like, a lot of things are built around, like, media. And the media is, like, a very strong determining force in, like, what's popular. I think a good example of that is, like, it's like you look at the way that the media portrayed, like, somebody like Donald Trump and how much they talked about him. Like, that absolutely helped Donald Trump. Media is the true enemy. I don't think that the media is necessarily always the enemy, but I do think that it's important to remember that the media's goal is not to provide news, it's to provide profit. So every single time that you read something that's true, that's always incidental. Not all media is for profit. That's true, but I also want to make sure that people know that just because something isn't for profit doesn't mean that it's not also, you know, possible to be taken advantage of, or, you know, have people do things with it that are bad. It's not like profit equals bad and, you know, doing things non-profit is good. It's not really that simple. Like, people use that as an analogy as, with, like, oh, well, because Blizzard's a public company, that's why they're so bad. And with, like, you know, pay-to-win stuff or whatever, but they forget that Lost Ark isn't a public company, and Lost Ark is openly pay-to-win, just as much, if not more, than WoW is. So I think that it's not that simple, but there's definitely a trend. True enemy is public. I mean, I don't know. I think most people just, like, most people I think just want to be left alone, and they don't want the government to make their life worse. You know, it's like the least amount of interference. Like, and this is like outside of people who are, like if they're poor or something like that, they need the government to help them. But I think, like, you know, an average person, like, if they don't need that type of assistance from the government, they don't want to hear from the government, they don't want to talk to the government, they don't want to have anything to do with them, right? It's like the best government in the mind of those people, and I think that's most people, is a government that's effectively invisible. More vax mandates, right? I mean, there's no vax mandate here in America. I don't care about the politics in your country. I don't live there. And the reason why, it's not that I don't care because I don't respect the country. I don't care because I do respect the country. I don't speak your native language. I don't understand your culture. I don't understand your traditions. I don't know what your culture finds value in. I don't understand anything about your culture. I'm not going to go and tell you how to live. It's very easy for me to say something like, oh, well, it's bad to have, like, slavery, right? Like, yeah, sure. But I think on things that are more nuanced, I'm not going to really make assertions on that. It's like people that have never been to a country but have all the solutions on how the country should do things differently. It's like, for example, like remember, like, the Ukraine thing? It's like, you can pretty easily make an assertion that, like, yeah, it's probably a bad idea to, like, bomb places with civilians and, like, bring tanks and, you know, have people get killed there. Like, sure. But, like, most things are not that simple. Fierre's dead again through the ghost. How many times, man? Gotta wait for him. The Ukraine thing, haha. Well, I mean, what about cultures that suppress women? Some view it as their culture. I don't want to go around and play world police. I think that there's a million bad things in the world. I think that a lot of cultures and people suppress women, but the fact is, like, I don't want to go out and, like, I think that you can advocate for things to change in other cultures, sure, but, like, would I support going and using, you know, weapons and money and taxpayer money and people's lives to enforce what I believe to be a better culture? I don't think I would do that, except in, like, extremes. You know, like World War II, like Hitler extremes.
I like to fart in the tub.
Jesus Christ. You don't think it's our duty as a superpower? No, I don't think so. I don't think that there is any real sort of duty or anything like that. I think it's all just self-appointed imperialism. Look, we have people here who are homeless. No, I don't want to send money that could, you know, go towards resources for them to make a bomb to blow somebody up. Like, I don't want to do that. It's culture branches. I do not occupy a position in which I should police them. It's also the most nuanced take. Yeah. And as I said, I mean, there's extremes for everything, right? But I think that most things don't exist in those extremes. An idealist? The opposite, really. I'm not an idealist at all. I usually assume that people are... I assume people will always do what's beneficial for them, and if you ever expect otherwise, all you're going to do is be unhappy. People are always going to do what's best for them. A lot of people get mad about that because they're like, well, you know, like they should have like a responsibility or whatever, but it's just not really, I don't view it as like worth it to get mad about that. Please don't get hit. Please don't get hit. I think it's better than them. Well, I think it's also like, it's about like assessing the level of like harm that somebody is doing to like the greater world, right? So like, for example, I think it's much more, makes a lot more sense to intervene whenever somebody is like polluting the world in a unsustainable way. Like I would view that as like much more of a reason for like intervention than you know, like bad social structure.
Trinkets, yes.
You said bombings help maintain life and comfort American citizens. When you said bombings help maintain life and comfort, I don't know what that means. Yeah.
Slice you, yes.
Find shelter.
Little exposure a new generation has to politics compared to the older generation would be beneficial in the long run towards political progression. I don't necessarily agree with that.
Find shelter.
I think it just depends. Once you get 70, what are you gonna do? Quit? I'll probably do AV, get reported
Find
AFK,
shelter.
get banned for 30 days, go on Tower Fantasy, and probably do Tower of the Bygone Phantasm. It's lit.
Guess we'll
Nice. How much do you want that, Walmart? It's gonna pass? Okay. I'm 68. Given a choice to help others or help yourself, you'll naturally help themselves. Anyone thinks otherwise is delusional. I think it's important to just, it's important to keep in mind, like, everybody is going to go out of their way to help people that are, you know, their friends or, you know, people they know. It's reset. Just zone back in, guys. Come on. That you own a company helps a bunch of other people. Yeah, but we also help ourselves as well. I think that you can, like, the best thing to do is to provide a value to other people while simultaneously providing a value to yourself. Like, that's the dream. That's what you're supposed to do. And so, like, that's not really much of a gotcha. I mean, like, the best way to have people give you their money is to solve a problem for them. Like, I think that if a lot of people, and this is again, like, kind of what I was saying the other day, is like, the more people understand that, like, how do you make money? You solve people's problems, right? If your problem is being hungry, then a restaurant solves your problem. If your problem is being, you know, fat, then a gym solves your problem. And so, like, having a good look, a good outlook on how to do that is, I think, really important. And a lot of people have, like, such a big disconnect between, like, why they're getting paid or why they're getting money and, like, what their job is. If you're bored, Twitch solves your problem. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what YouTube does. YouTube provides, that's a pretty good ring. Do I want that ring? Attack power, strength, agi. Yeah, this is an upgrade ring. I'll just put this on real quick. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of like, that's always, remember what I said before about how, like, I made a ton of gold back in, like, Cataclysm and Mists of Pandaria from, like, doing sales? The reason why I made all that money is that I didn't look at it as, like, selling carries. I looked at it as solving problems. And so, like, people would pay me to do all kinds of stuff for them. And, like, I had a friend, his name was, like, Johnny Boy. And he was, like, a huge, like, he was a bigger scammer than I was. And, like, but he would do, like, PvP carries. Like, he was better than PvP, better at PvP than I was. And so, like I would, what do you call it? I would have him, like, basically if I had somebody, like, they wanted a PvP carry, I would say, hey, you know, talk to Johnny Boy. And then, you know, I'd get part of that money. And so, like, just viewing things from that perspective, I think, is a very healthy way to look at doing business in general. Is like, it's about primarily solving problems. A referral bonus? Yeah, exactly. Finder's fee. Yeah, because I had a lot of people that were messaging me, but, you know, I couldn't really execute on what they wanted. And also, like, if I provide them, like, it's beneficial for me, not just because of money, but also because, like, I'm establishing myself as a person who solves problems for them. So in doing so, this person will probably ask me next time they need a problem solved. So, like, getting repeat business, like, the reality is, like, the 80-20 rule is, like, very, very true. And, like, you see this especially, like, the 80-20 rule is, like, a idea that whenever you're in business, you make 80% of your money from 20% of your customers. And I think it's a very good example. You can see that in action with, like, donation leaderboards. Is, like, somebody will get, like, whenever I would get donations, the majority of people wouldn't donate at all, number one. And then number two, the ones that did, you know, like, you have one person that donates $1,000. That's going to make a pretty big difference. I use that too late. You see this in a wave of bans, so 7 days instead of 20. 30. Yeah, I saw that. I think anybody who's AFKing, most people know what they're doing, and I think that, like, again, it's unfortunate that we have people that are being unfairly suspended, and like it muddies the water, because I do actually think that there are a ton of people that are probably going and like AFKing AV, because like nobody likes running AV whenever they're level 64 and they're just getting killed in one hit. Like it's not a fun experience, and so I think it makes sense that they would AFK it. Now obviously it doesn't make it okay. I hit 5k DPS. It doesn't make it okay, but it makes it understandable. It's like at a certain point, whenever you design a game and then people play a game in a way that is efficient under the rules that you designed, how much of this is your fault? I would argue a pretty good degree of it is. It's like they design the game in a way, and then they get mad for people that optimize that way. How do I network? Let me think. I don't really network with a lot of people. Like, I've never really been particularly good at that either. I kind of always just do my own thing. Like, I guess, like, I would always just, like, find people that, you know, I kind of, like, had, like, the same outlook that I did on things, and I would just do stuff with them. To be honest, I get overwhelmed with the amount of people that try to network with me and talk to me and stuff like that. Walmart dead. Yeah, those things are no joke. You didn't get Berserker stance? Didn't increase my leveling speed? Why would I get it? Yeah, it's like whenever I started my stream and everything, I didn't really collab with a lot of people or really anything. I pretty much just did my own thing and, you know, got popular from that over time. I did get help from people, right? I mean, like, obviously, it's like, it's not like it never happened at all, but it was not a consistent thing, really. Isn't networking a buzzword for soliciting? No, it's just making business contacts, really. It's not really that big of a deal. I really hate these fucking things. Please don't tie to that. Trying to kite away. Making friends equals networking. I think that it's important to separate people that you're friends with and people that you work with, at least in your own mind. Because, like, I mean, at least it's important to know which one is which. Because I think some people, they get it twisted, and they get mad whenever somebody doesn't do something for them because they're like, oh, I thought we were friends or something like that. I think it just creates a lot of a lot of shitty situations where, you know, both group of people feel like they're being taken advantage of. Definitely not a good thing.
Trinkets, yes.
Deer's dead.
Pretty trinkets.
Fuck.
Power. Great power. Power in trinkets.
Does anybody need this boss? You want to just skip it? You want to YOLO it? Yeah, let's YOLO it. Let's go.
I just cut you, pretty. Slice you, yes.
Find shelter. Find shelter. Find shelter.
I guess we'll not
Good job.
die.
Can you get the Raven Lord? No, you can't. It's only on Heroic. You sound happier today? No, I'm actually stressed as fucking crap. I'm stressed as hell. But I'm trying to just chill and distract myself. That's really where we're at. Yeah, I mean, like, basically I've got, as I said, I have that appointment tomorrow, and so I'm very much not looking forward to that. Dennis, yeah. On the positive, though, that will be basically like the end of the dental problems. For the most part. I mean, there will be follow-up appointments to like kind of like get everything like sorted out like entirely, but it will basically be taken care of. What's my lower city reputation? I'm an honored now. Nice. What can I suck for those few hours? The pain relief after is after. I mean, like, I just want to have it be over with so I don't have to think about it anymore. Like, I'm very much a worrier. I use video games to distract me. That's why I don't really like video games that are stressful, because it's like I usually use video games to like distract me from stress. It's like a video game makes me like fucking be like super fixated on it, and like I have to be like stressed out and upset about it. Like it's like at that point, like there's no reason for me to play that game, because it's like it's not serving the purpose that I play games for. Yeah, I mean, in the positive, like, I've had the, you know, this is the same dentist that's done all the other work on me, and everything's been fine every single time. But, you know, if you're like I am and you're also a worrier, you know that that doesn't really stop you from getting stressed out about something not going right. There's always a time that it won't be right or something, you know what I mean?
Nice pets. Yes. I have pets of my own. I have pets of my own. I have pets of my no more life.
Oh, I could use that.
No more pain.
Yeah, it's an upgrade. Nice, I'll use that soon. That it can always be me or can never be me. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it just fucks with my head a lot, and so I just try to avoid that as much as possible. It's like I never like not knowing what's gonna happen. Hold on, it's fine. Oh, I thought that thing was dead. Fuck. What about the Mage Tower? Was that stressful but enjoyable? Doing the prot one certainly wasn't enjoyable. That one sucked. That was really stressful. Yeah, I just, you know, like, I don't really play video games for, like, I obviously, like, it's always nice to be better than people, right? For sure. But, the main reason why I play games is just because I just like to be able to relax. And like I don't really feel like I need to like prove anything or do anything like that. I think that whenever I was younger, I definitely felt like that was more of a thing that I cared about more, but not anymore. It's nice to win in a game though, like don't get me wrong, it's great. How do you feel like streams in Savage and Final Fantasy? What'd you do so far? I mean, in general, like, the only reason I stopped doing the raids and, like, basically I view, like, content is, like, most, like, long-form raid content is, like, really, really boring. Like, that's just, that's what it is. It's really, really boring. So it's like you have exceptions, like people do the world first race, that's generally pretty fun to watch. Or at least it's more fun to watch than regular raids. But the reason why I stopped raiding in Final Fantasy is just simply because I thought that it was boring and bad content. Like, I spent too much time wiping, and there was too much that I needed to know that, like, it's kind of like a, you know, like a horseshoe, where, like, content is, like, really boring if, like, all you do is, like, one-shot everything. But content's also really boring if you, like, super struggle on everything and it takes, like, 5 hours to figure something out. So it's, like, it's about finding that sweet spot and then just kind of capitalizing on that. This get good, yeah, but like you have to rely on other people too. Dang, yep. 68, boys. Gorfium was our sweet spot. 500 wipes, go tilt, and then breeze the rest. Yeah, see, like that's kind of what I think is, if it's fun to watch for the viewers, then I'll stick around and do it. But whenever I'm streaming, like, I want to make sure that, you know, it's not boring, and I just felt like raiding in Final Fantasy was kind of boring. Whenever we were wiping for, you know, 3 hours on the same boss, it's like, I remember we did the Alexander 4 Savage, and it was like a really boring fight on its own. And on top of it being a boring fight, it was hard to, like, it was not like, there was not understandable whenever somebody would do something wrong. Whereas, like, whenever we did, let's say, Gruul's Lair, it was much more understandable what a mistake was in that fight. Whereas, like, Nisi and, like, trying to manage Nisi is, like, not something that a person's going to be able to understand that doesn't play the game.
Trinkets.
It's too hard? Yeah, it's too hard for it to be entertaining.
You make war on Bikes.
And I think also, like, there are people that like watching that kind of content, but it's just not really what I do.
Find shelter. Find shelter.
As far as very boring fight, they get better and more lenient after that. I don't think that's necessarily true. But it's true in some cases, yeah.
Find shelter.
Final Fantasy rating is ass, it just gets boring to watch. It has nothing to do with Final Fantasy. This is a general statement about rating on stream as a whole. This isn't me shitting on Final Fantasy.
Guess will not die.
Reasonable bannable offense. Yes, I saw that. I thought it was insane. For my crit rate is so high. 22% is prod. Oh, I can put on my new gear. It'd be nice to have gems for it, but I don't really care that much. Final Fantasy and WoW are... Yeah, like, I think Final Fantasy rating probably has some benefits. So, like, WoW rating and, like, something like Classic has, like, a really big benefit that it's very easy to see what's going on. Whereas, like, in Final Fantasy rating, it's, like, quite a bit more convoluted. There's like more buttons on the screen. It's like watching Gruul, and also like Gruul's been out for 15 years, so like there's just more people that understand how it works. So like there's like more of an understanding of like, oh, this person did that wrong, you know, they died, and so now they're gonna hit enrage timer. Like with Final Fantasy, you know, understanding all the nuances to some fight is like not very common knowledge, so it can be harder. And it's the same thing with like Sepulchre or something like that. I mean, a lot of people just don't understand what's going on, they don't appreciate it. And then also wipes can happen all the time that are like unsatisfying. Like for example, it's always like it's better if you're fighting a boss and you're getting the boss to like 10% or 5% every time, even if that's only half the fight, because for the viewer, a lot of viewers don't really know that, and they're just like, wow, this is like it's almost going to be a kill, right? Because people want to be there for the kill, so it would make more sense. Only 2 more levels, gentlemen. That was a pretty bad one. Will you be doing heroic dungeons too? I don't really see the value in doing heroic dungeons. Like, why would I do heroic dungeons? Badges? What am I gonna do with badges though? Are there like really good items? I mean, like if there are, I might get one. There's a ring. Yeah, I mean, if it's a better option, I'll do it. Do steam vaults or slabs, y'all are bored? Yeah, I mean, I'd be down for whatever.
Time to make my move. I have pets of my own. I have pets of my own. I have pets of my own. No more pain.
Yeah, I think each run I'll probably need like 4 runs per level or something. That's what it seems like to me. Where's the controller? Oh, he's dead. Problem solved. We don't need stacking nameplates instead of overlapping. This is just an add-on that I have. I didn't even know I had this add-on. Final Fantasy rating generally harder than WoW rating. WoW rating is harder on a logistical level. I think a lot of Final Fantasy raids can be harder on like an individual responsibility level. Basically, like a lot of the reasons why WoW raids are hard are like kind of bad reasons. Like it's hard to do a WoW raid because you need to have 20 people that all do the same thing, right? It's hard to do a WoW raid because you know, it's like hard to see a mechanic. Like a mechanic is just like, it's just hard to see what's going on. I think that's very common. Less raids are easier mechanically than WoW. I really don't think so. Maybe I'd have to think about it more, but like just, you know, off the top of my head, I feel like Final Fantasy raids were a lot harder. Well, I guess a better way to look at it is they were more mechanically demanding. And I think also like in WoW, there's like much more of a culture of like playing for parses than there is in Final Fantasy. So you have like way more people in Final Fantasy that are just willing to clear the raid and have a clean clear. And in WoW, like there's much more of a focus on parsing and how much damage you're doing and stuff like that. And I do think that that makes raiding harder. Because like now people have like a goal that's like independent of actually completing the raid. It's like you're not thinking about completing the raid now, you're thinking about parsing. I think I'm dead. Nice. Let's freak the taunt. Wait a second. We all get Final Fantasy 2. There's just big Final Fantasy log drama over class balance. Yeah, I saw the tweets about that. Too dissimilar to compare. Kicked from a raid, you're bad in WoW. Well, I think people get kicked in Final Fantasy 2 if they're bad. But it's also like, it's the problem that like a lot of people don't know how to evaluate other players. It's like they just see somebody, it's like good DPS, good player, bad DPS, bad player, you know. And I think that's also an issue in WoW, and like it's also kind of like understood that that's the case. And like to an extent it's true. Like it's not like something like that is not true at all. It's just that like to what extent is it true? Guilds like Echo would curb some Final Fantasy content, yet they're on par with world's first Final Fantasy statics. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think that would, like, in my opinion, I think if a guild like Echo can come in and be on par with, you know, world first guilds that have been doing it for years, like, that probably would indicate to me that it's easier.
Trinkets, yes. Pretty trinkets.
But I think also, like, I mean, that's like world first type stuff, so like, I mean, who gives a shit?
Power in trinkets.
Find shelter. Find shelter.
Pretty difficult to profile shitness of looking at chat. Point out their parse, you get reported. Well, yeah, but like you're gonna probably, like, if people message you, like I don't know, like you guys that play Final Fantasy and written Final
Find
Fantasy
shelter.
can tell me if this is true. If you're making a group for difficult content, whenever people message you, do you look up their logs? Yeah, so like that's what we do in WoW too. Usually ask to link achievements. Hitting Enrage because someone isn't putting in the effort damage-wise is a wall. Yeah, I do think that there's less damage walls in Final Fantasy though in general. I don't know really if that's true though. Actually, I'm not sure. Because like I haven't really done a lot of the newer fights, so like maybe that's not as true as I think it is. How much time do we have? Does anybody have a counter? Is there a quest for Steam Vaults? Maybe we can go do Steam Vaults. Yeah, let's do a group quest here. Came out are extremely tight DPS checks. Yeah, maybe that is the case then. Quest outside to get the head off the last dude. Then let's go do that. Let's go do Steam Vaults for a while. I think like we've already done, I was thinking like, oh, maybe we should do these, right? But I don't think it's really worth it to do the quests. Under 70? Yeah, we just get 70. Am I going the right way? Kind of. Ever thought about having a cat? I don't want a pet. Shattered Halls has 2 quests as well. Yeah, but we don't have the key for Shattered Halls. We'd have to go and get the key. It's like this one, right? No. This one? No. Like, I'd be down to do Shattered Halls. The problem also with Shattered Halls is that it takes a long time to run out. You just die inside the gate. I don't know. Maybe Shattered Halls would be good for us to do. What do you guys think? Slabs is better. I don't think Slabs is better. Lazy Kusame, it's fine, Walmart. Chain quest with elites with Steamvault, and there's no way we should do that. Slabs has too many casters. It also has too long of a run back. Steamvault's run back isn't that bad. All of those things waste our time. And they need to be accounted for, like whenever we decide, like, hey, we should do this. Once you get Stormblood rating, you find that proving is more discovery than just dying. Especially given that Alexander was whenever they stopped following the WoW formula. Yeah, I mean, I liked the Alexander raid. I thought it was good. It's not like I thought it was bad or something. What's the revenge macro? It was to put me in defensive stance with revenge. I think, right? Yeah. Some of them are happy than you did playing the new PoE League. People like my tone of voice doesn't really indicate my how I feel. Like there's no connection. People can experience happiness. Some of it's just people wanting confirmation bias that I'm enjoying their game more than the game they don't like. I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
Hello. What brings you here?
37k, that's big.
Over you.
Let's see, what's this helmet? I don't know if I'm going to use that one or not. It's got 300 armor though. 300 armor is a lot. I'll probably use it. It's got a meta socket. Yeah, but I'm not going to put a meta socket in it. Oh, these mobs are higher level. So how much experience do I get? 1100. It's not bad. Probably too many. Maybe actually this way is faster. Let me see how much this guy gives. If you fight them at max melee range, you won't get hit by their cloud. Unless this guy gives like 3k or something, he's not worth it. No, we're not going to kill one of those again. No shot. It's awful. Yeah, I think this this one kind of sucks. I don't know, we'll see what happens. We're gonna be dead here. It'd be really nice if people could just pay attention to where they are and not aggro a pack or 2 packs. Just standing there, not even paying attention to what's happening. There's a pat. You move away. Should have pulled it. Why would we pull a pat that's inefficient for experience? Are we trying to waste time here? No, we're trying to complete it and get 70. Why would I pull a patrol that's not going to give me good experience? It's inefficient. It's a waste of time. Your experience for going, you're just stupid. I'm going to ban you. You're dumb. It's not about whether you get experience or not. It's about how much you get. And you don't get that much for killing those mobs. Dying's also a waste of time. Wouldn't die if people played right. I wasted more time now? Yeah, but I mean, like, I'd rather, like, the thing is, with this is like always my mindset with raiding. If I have to play with morons, I would rather not raid. Like, that's why, like, remember we did, like, I forgot what raid it was. We had like 2 wipes and like people weren't doing the mechanics. I just quit the raid. I'm like, this is, I don't have time for this. Teach them? No. It's a raid. I'm there to get it done. I want to bring in people that know what they're doing. It's not about teaching people how to play the game. I want to bring in people and play with people that know what they're doing, and that's it. No, it's not my job to teach them how to play. They should have known how to play whenever they joined. It wasn't a fucking progression group. It was a farm group. That's not how it works. You just teach them. No, it's not my responsibility to teach somebody else how to play the game, man. It's like if you want to join a group that has that mindset, be my guest. Go ahead. But that's not what the group was for. It's not efficient. No, it's not. That's why I don't like doing it. How would you know? Join specific groups. I mean, like, whenever I say, like, you know, we just want to have people that know what they're doing so we can have a clean raid, and then people join and they don't know what they're doing, or they... I think what it really is, what makes me mad is, like, I remember this was in Castle Nathria, is people just ignored the mechanics. Like, they were told what to do, and they didn't do what they were told. So it's like, if that's what's going to happen, I don't want to play. Like, I only want to play with people that will listen to direction and do what they're supposed to do. And, like, if I can't have that, I'd rather not play. Please don't stop playing in first person mode, guys. It's simple that too is not your job. Yeah, I'm not the coach. And it's like, again, if somebody asks, like, what should I do, then I'll explain to them what they should do. However, most of the people that ask, most of the people don't ask what to do. They just hope that, you know, the mechanic doesn't go on them and it'll be fine. It's the same people that, like, whenever they get called out, they just stay quiet and they hope that you stop talking to them eventually. Accountability is scary, man. Well, the way that I handle it is, like, if somebody can't take accountability for their mistakes, I just kick them out of the raid instantaneously. Like, I don't even think about it. Like, for me, that's like an insta-kick. There are very few things that are an insta-kick. That is one of them. I can't. Yeah, I don't want to do this one again. Let's just finish this and then go. People can't play the game. Do you have fun playing this game? Not right now. It's fucking annoying. We pulled every single patrol because people can't pay attention where we're at. Need to remove the fear? No, you didn't need to remove the fear. Walmart got feared. He could have used his trinket, his human trinket, to get out of it. He didn't. You're not human? The fuck? You're not... Oh my god, you're night elf. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Yeah, that is on VR. Never mind. Fuck. We played with a guy who was human in a hole yesterday. I thought he was the same guy. Should melted a fear. No, it's not his fault. Would finesse you to go Steam Vaults. It still will be decent because we'll get a quest done. But yeah, this is a pretty shitty run. We're just gonna let's take it a little bit slower. And like, you guys really need to pay attention to where you are. Like, I don't know what fucking moron is sitting out there just fucking aggroing packs of trash, but you need to learn how to play the fucking game. Like, pay attention to where your character is. Zoom out. It's so fucking annoying we have to waste time because you don't even know where you are. It's like also like the person who pulled never even said that they pulled. You know, they weren't like my bad or anything. It's just That's what really annoys me more than anything. The people make mistakes and don't own up to it. There's no accountability. They keep making them. Nobody knows what's going wrong. It's extremely fucking annoying. When people are so oblivious, they won't even know they made a mistake. Yeah, it just makes me really mad. That's why I don't like playing with people most of the time. Alright, at least this one should be easy.
The depths will consume you. Our matron will be the end of you.
That'd be a nice chess piece for me, but I just feel like I just lose so much for equipping it. There's like no way I'd want to go with that. But on their side, the fact they don't know it's their fault, they don't know how can they improve. It's not your responsibility to help somebody else play the game. I think that it's about kind of like the kind of group that you make. It's like there's definitely groups where people are okay with that, and like learning groups, like progression groups. But there's also groups that are like basically like speed run groups and like speed clear groups, and like that's clearly what we are. So like if you join a speed clear group and you don't even know that you're aggroing trash packs, like you're the one who's wrong. At least the rest of these packs shouldn't really be that bad, I don't know. These still give, yeah, these give a lot of experience. Yeah, if only the dungeon was full of those guys, it'd be great. Yeah, I feel like this one's like really, really bad for experience. It's actually kind of like, it's surprising how much lower it is. Like we had 2 wipes, so like, I feel like it's probably not that bad because like, I mean, 2 wipes, you think about like really like if we didn't have those wipes, we probably would be pretty much done with the instance right now. Looking back for 10 minutes is real mode killer. Yeah, I think that in general, like games that are like group games, I think that those are the games where it's like the most stressful and frustrating whenever people make mistakes. Because that's whenever you you actually lose time. Spawn you at the entrance of the whole run. Yeah, I mean, if they got rid of the instance runbacks, I'd be very happy. I guess we'll just kill these. Wait, what's this? Oh, that's really good. Let's clear these 2 packs. I'm actually wondering if I can really even handle Shattered Halls. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. It's a lot more damage. Like, even this one is a lot more. Smooth leveled, congrats. Try to dispel fear if we get it here. It can be really annoying. Do you collect anything IRL? No. No, there's no reason to. I don't really like collecting, like, I don't know why I collect things in video games instead of IRL. I think, like, most reasons is, like, IRL collecting is, like, usually pay to win. It sounds, like, kind of odd to say it like that, but I feel like that's probably a reason.
You deem yourself worthy. Your head will roll like gods. Our work here will not be compromised.
Make sure to kill this thing.
Nearly over.
Nice job. Bro, I'm getting so many, like, dodges and shit. Just kill boss if the thing comes up again.
It's not nearly over. Excellence.
Nice job.
For life.
Wow. Fuck yeah. Okay. Great. So yeah, that's it. Let's go back over. Let's do Shattered Halls. Yeah, I think that was a huge waste of time. Maybe the 2 quests that we can turn in will salvage it. What's your plan for endgame at 70? Do some BGs, get my shield, and then maybe 2 or 3 other items, and then start doing the raids.
I am honored. Farewell.
Nice. Alright, let's go try on the other one. I'm planning to play with S-Fan MT. We'll see what happens. Use your raid gear to get seasons past PvP gear. Yeah, I don't really care about PvP gear. I'll probably just get all the raiding gear. Let's see. Collections. What are the tier sets? So I'll just do this. Block, you get block value. You're a hit to gain 200 haste rating, that's pretty good. Okay, what about Black Temple? Rage cost of execute. Damn, okay, so actually all the tier set bonuses are garbage. I'll be badass if I got one of the warwaves.
Elune be with you. May the stars.
Does anybody have a Coil Fang armament? Fuck. Looks like we probably didn't even get one. Fuck, man. I feel so dumb. I should have been looting those mobs. I have one? Okay. Alright, some people have extra. Thank God. Thank you.
Peace be with you.
Fuck yeah. Alright. Let's go. We gotta figure out where the quests are. So, Turning the Tide, Fell Embers, and Pride of the Fell Horde. I'm assuming all three of those are Shattered Halls quests. Hubris has to go. We need somebody else for Shattered Halls. Maybe another DK or something. Get a 70. I'd love to get somebody who's good. We just need one person for Shattered Halls. ETA on 70. Probably I'll get it at like 1 a.m. I think. This guy says he's Hunter, great DPS. You're level 67. All your attacks are gonna miss. We need somebody who's like 70 or like 68. Yeah, we just need one person for Shattered Halls, a DPS, high level DPS. 67, I mean it's almost there. Yeah, 70 with full Brutal Gladiator gear, please. That'd be great. Server, we're on Sky Fury.
King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend. Greetings. Be careful.
I think there's like one more.
My, you're a tall one. Off and away. Huzzah!
What is this one here? Imprisoned in the Citadel. What the fuck is that? It's a heroic? Oh, fuck that. Alright, we need one more person for Shattered Halls. Level 70 Frost Mage. Seems good to me. Let's go. Apparently, I'm not really even sure how true this really is. Maldiva said Blizzard took away his Dragonflight Alpha because of Andrew Tate. He was like saying things that were positive about Andrew Tate on Twitter. I don't know exactly what he said. No way. Yeah, I don't know, like. Sure it was, yeah, I don't know. Surprised me. I refuse to believe that was the reason. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. How do I get in the portal? I need to die? Okay. Come on. We can't do... Alright, I'll see if I can... Actually, my shit's almost broken. Let me go repair real quick. No, not alpha. I hope that was the reason. I don't know. I don't think that's a good thing, personally. It's like somebody shares like a social or political view on Twitter and they get their video game access taken away. I don't like that. That's not what happened. It was genuinely harassing women.
Talk to me. Watch your back. How are you? Be good.
How is he genuinely harassing women? To have bad views easy? I mean, I think that anybody should be able to express an opinion that's non-violent. I think to the extent that somebody becomes, you know, excommunicated from things because they're expressing a non-violent opinion, I don't know. It seems very problematic to me. Okay, oh, we made it in. Oh, nice. Can y'all open? I see everyone with wrong opinion makes more radical. I don't necessarily think that's always true, but I do think that there are times where, you know, it's like there's like the acceptable opinion to have, and anybody who deviates from that is just simply wrong and excommunicated.
This shouldn't take long.
I'm not sure exactly how these polls should go, so we'll figure it out. Did I not get experience for that? Why am I not getting experience for the mobs? Let me see if I can share. Don't leave yet. Let me see if I can share. Oh, these are endless? Okay. Okay, everybody's got them. You offended what chat says calling names, bro? I don't know, but yeah, not really a big fan of the whole it's like you have to have certain like political opinions now in order to get like whitelisted onto like things for a game. I think that's just so dumb. Any women's public opinion?
Warm up. Let's make quick work of them.
I mean, you're not gonna you're not gonna finesse me with something like that. That might work on Twitter, but it's not gonna work with me.
Where's my support? Support! Next warrior, step up!
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's like if you're harassing people constantly, it's like I think that's definitely bad. So like if he was actually harassing people, then yeah, I would have taken him off too. He's like harassing, like especially like employees or something like that. It's like no shot. Harassment isn't free speech. I think it's understandable. I just think somebody expressing a viewpoint is like a non-violent viewpoint. I find that to be like a completely okay thing in pretty much all regards. I think to the extent that people try to, you know, turn it into like some person's like a, you know, they need to be silenced for having a viewpoint or a certain opinion about something, I find that to be very, very dangerous. How many times have I leveled up warrior? Too fucking many, man. It shows this. You deserve to fuck. You get fucked. Don't act like you didn't see it coming. Yeah. It's like if people cause drama and shit like that, that's fine. But I think like just categorically removing people based off of a viewpoint or opinion that they hold is like, that's not really anything I want to support. So what's those move on websites? Well, I don't know. I mean, like, at the extent that, like, people expressing an opinion get cut off from privileges because of that expression, like, I don't really care about the, like, whatever people can do. I think making an argument, I'm going to do it because I can do it, it's a very boring argument, in my opinion. Because of course somebody can do something, that doesn't mean that it's a good idea or anything. I hope we get good experience out of this. I kind of like Shattered Halls more than Sethek Halls. That might just be because I've done Sethek Halls so many fucking times though.
What a shame.
Invaders have breached the defenses! Archers, form ranks! On my mark! Ready! Aim! Fire!
People like that rejoicing or they don't, when they get here they don't like, except whenever it happens to them. No, that, I mean, I don't think that's really a very, I mean, it's not like that's anything really profound. I mean, people are going to be happy whenever bad things happen to people they don't like, and they're not going to be happy whenever bad things happen to people they do like, you know? It's just about that simple. Yeah, it makes sense to me. There's a lot of mobs, man.
Fall in! Fall in! Mathuraka! Join the fight! Grab a car!
Good job, Veer. Great job. Can you guys please just like pay attention to where you are? You've got Fell Embers quest, was on first boss. Did I not do that? That one's heroic only. Let me see. It doesn't say it's heroic only. Did anybody else loot it? We did it? Okay, I'll just come back. I'll do it whenever we're leaving. Quest items in my bag. Okay.
Fall in! Fall in! Quickly!
Yeah, maybe we would be better going back to Sethic's Halls. What do you guys think? I'm really kind of uncertain. Sethic for sure. Yeah, let's do Sethic's Halls after this again. Like, it's good that we did this, because now we got the quest done. I think that, like, quests included, this was 100% better than Sethic's Halls. But, not for not doing the quest. Yeah, it's like these mobs have like double the health of the mobs in Sethic's Halls, and they only give like 30% more experience, or 20%.
Smash! Why don't you let me do the talking? Hey! Me not like this one. Hey, you numbskull! We kill his friend.
Boss is such a dick sucker, man. He's such a dick sucker. Oh my god.
This is all your fault. I hate you.
Bro, I wonder what this would be like if I didn't have this gear. I bet it would suck. Fuck. Nice grip, bro. You have to move inside whenever we begin aggro with them, because one of the rogues spawns stealth right here. I'm gonna wait for y'all to get mana. One Winter's so good. Yeah, it's actually really good. Holy shit. Alright, let's move up and do it.
Ours is the true Horde. The only Horde.
He really going ape shit, huh? He did.
The true Horde will prevail.
That's a big boy right there. I actually used this back in original vanilla. Okay, so I did both of these quests, right? I just need to do Fell Embers. Like this dungeon? Yeah, it's a good dungeon. Like, I think that Sethic Halls is better, but if we had a little bit more damage, it's also like this run back. Like, you factor in the run back, it's just really bad. So on DPS and there's KT weapons from vanilla. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll do that, Willie. That's a good idea. Shield block rating, block fight. I feel like I don't really need to use this. Like this is nice, but like I don't really see the value that this provides for me, because like whenever I'm doing Sethic Halls, like I'm always blocking anyway. More revenge, yeah, but the revenges do less damage. Like look at what I lose. I lose 19 strength and 19 agility. Are they still using any SM gear? No, I'm good now. Missing one Legionnaire. How? Wait, why? What, does it even matter for you? Because, like, it doesn't even give you any rewards unless you want the rep. I mean, I guess we can go back and do it. I'm just worried about its instance capping Sethic Halls if we do that. I don't see it. Where is it? Oh, wow. Yeah, that one I would have looked it up. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to kill the one more Legionnaire for Walmart. zone back in.
Get ready! This shouldn't take long!
Good job, guys. Let's go. Know why the PoE is the worst league ever? I started my first league having a lot of fun. Everyone says it sucks. The league's problems are pretty much fixed now. Most of the people that are doom and glooming are probably just trying to farm impressions or, you know, they're behind the times. Yeah, I mean, they pretty much fixed everything. I think, again, like, one of the problems with PoE is that you just can't see what the fuck is going on in the game. But, I mean, that's been a problem forever. It's not like, it's bad because of this league. I mean, that's been bad forever. Very long time.
What can I do for you? For the Alliance?
Group juice is also quite nerfed, but solo it's better than before. I think that group juice is not really super good. Maybe this is going to be an unpopular opinion. Give me 1 second. Let me think about this. Okay, agility. I'm just going to get the gloves.
Very good.
Maybe this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I actually don't think it's super good that people can just go at the beginning of the league and make like mirrors and mirrors and mirrors of currency. And I think if you make the argument that like, oh well, it's like a trickle down economics argument that like, oh well, that's why you have like cheaper items in the game. I feel like that's like the way you solve that is not by giving a small, like, you know, 50 or 100 people the tool to do that. You change that by making those items more easily accessible, or in one way or another easier to get or better to get.
Light bless you.
Group juicing is bad for the game, agree? Yeah, I don't think it's super good for the game. Okay, were we gonna do like a port or something like that? I don't know. Yeah, we were. Okay. Alright, let's go back over to Sethical's. Group juicing was just too good compared to solo, that was the problem. Yeah, it's like I watched them do the runs and it was just like this is fucking insane. Might as well turn this one in while I'm here.
Warm wishes to you. Dionis Aka.
What can I do for you? See you around. Hey there. Be careful. You need something? Greetings.
Oh, now I have to fight him? Yeah, I did. I'm fucking around. Sorry. This guy's already 70. This class is so shit as a clothy. Well, if it makes you feel any better, it seems like it's shit here too. I'm having a hard time killing this guy.
You need something? What can I do for you? Hey there. Have a good one.
Okay. Let's make sure, yeah, I've got durability set up. Alright, big dicking time, guys. Let's go. Big dicking final stretch. You seen Damon's new video on New World? No, I haven't seen it yet. It's 1,000 fucking times better. Fucking got him, boys. There it is.
Congratulations.
One more. I feel like way more confident now that we did Shattered Halls. I'm like, man, like I thought this was bad. This is nothing, bro. Like compared to Shattered fucking Halls.